Hello everyone, and welcome to another video presentation courtesy of the University of North Texas Physics Department with the assistance of the Physics Demo Room. My name is Corina, and today's concept we'll be talking about is thermodynamics, in particular the second law of thermodynamics. Well, the second law of thermodynamics states that heat will flow from a substance of a high temperature to a substance of a low temperature, but does not reverse flow. It only will flow from a substance with a high temperature to a low temperature. And we can visualize how that actually works with something called an engine. So with a lot of engines that we will be looking at, it has to relate on heat and that flowing process. We just call that simply a heat engine. There's several different kinds, but the concept of how it works is that we have a reservoir that has a hot heat, that heat will be flowed into an engine itself, and that engine will do two things. It will output some work, but all engines are not 100% perfect. The best engine we can have is called a Carnot engine, and we'll talk about how you can actually get that efficiency in a different demonstration. But with every engine that's not perfect, there's going to be some waste heat, or where the heat was supposed to transfer to was this cold reservoir. So that's where we can have an object in between these two put to enable us to get some work out of it. So what I have in front of me here today, this is just called a Stirling engine. So what I can show in front of you, I'll actually zoom closer to you, is that if you can see, I've got a top plate here. I've got a middle disc that's connected to a piston, and I've got a bottom disc. And I'm just putting the bottom disc on my hand, and you can see that as it goes up, we have these little pulleys right here. This is connected to this wheel, and what I can do is I can allow this to sit in my hand for a few minutes, and as it's sitting, the bottom plate's going to be heating up. And after some time, with the bottom plates heating up, the top plate won't. So I have my hot reservoir on the bottom, and I have a cold reservoir on the top. Well, in between, as this heat is going to flow, because I'm heating up the air inside as well, or the heat wants to flow through the air to get to the other plate, the middle disc is going to raise up and down once I give this wheel a little bit of initial push. Now remember that if I just gave this a little bit of initial push without any extra force, this wheel might rotate just slightly a little bit and stop, all because of its inertia and its resistance to change. But because I have this now attached to a disc that's going to be moving, this wheel should continuously travel. So, clockwise. And as you can see, it's starting to move a little bit. Oh, it stopped yet. Let's see if I can get this thing a little bit warmer. Oh. No, not yet. I think it's starting to be, nope, just as soon as I said that, no, maybe a little bit more. See if I move around a little bit, if that helps. Do it one more time, that way it's a little bit better view. And as you can see, the end is going around and it's making this disc spin a little bit. It is slowing down a little bit. It's probably also because it's a little bit warm in this room. So the top plate's starting to have some balance with it. Well, that is our demonstration of the Stirling engine and how we are able to use heat to actually have some work output for us with the knowledge of physics. Well, thank you for watching this video presentation and have a wonderful day.